February 22, 2026. Rubén Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho, is killed by Mexican special forces in Tapalpa, Jalisco state. The most powerful cartel leader in Mexico is dead. And they're looking at you. You've been a lieutenant for 8 years. High-ranking, trusted, respected. You handle logistics, routes, payoffs, border crossings, political connections, the invisible infrastructure that keeps billions of dollars moving north and weapons moving south. You're good at what you do because you stay quiet and stay alive. That's the secret in this business. Don't want the spotlight. Don't want the target on your back. Don't want your name in DEA reports or on cartel hit lists. El Mencho understood that. He let you operate in the shadows while he took all the heat. The manhunt, the bounties, the drones circling Jalisco, the Americans offering $10 million for information, the Mexican special forces hunting him across 3 states. He carried that weight so you didn't have to. He made himself the target so the rest of the organization could function. Now he's gone. The organization controls trafficking routes across 6 states. Thousands of soldiers on the payroll, politicians, police chiefs, judges, military officers, billions of dollars moving every month through networks you spent years building. And it needs a leader right now, because the second there's a power vacuum, the wolves move in. Sinaloa, Gulf Cartel, rivals who've been waiting for exactly this moment. The council meets 6 hours after the news breaks. 12 men in a safe house in the mountains. No phones allowed inside. Armed guards at every entrance. You're one of the 12. Everyone knows what this meeting is about. They go around the table. 3 names come up immediately. The first is El Mencho's brother. He's been in the organization from the start. He knows the business. But he's emotional, reactive. He'll declare war on Sinaloa within a week and get everyone killed. The council knows this. He's off the table. The second is the Jalisco Plaza boss. Aggressive, ambitious, good at what he does, but too hungry for power. He'll break the alliances with the Michoacan families. He'll try to take territory we can't hold. He'll move too fast and bring the full weight of the Mexican and American governments down on everyone. Then someone says your name. You shake your head immediately. Try to deflect. Your logistics. You're not a wartime leader. You don't have the reputation. The fear factor. You've never even pulled a trigger in this business. But they're not asking what you want. They're not asking if you're ready. You've been with El Mencho since the organization was nothing. Since it was just 15 guys with 3 trucks. You watched it grow into an empire. The vote isn't even close. 10-2. You're the new head of Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación. The most powerful criminal organization in Mexico. Maybe in the hemisphere. Congratulations. You just inherited an empire and a death sentence. The first 48 hours are chaos. Rivals smell blood. Sinaloa cartel moves on 2 of your plazas in Zacatecas. You lose 30 men before you even give your first order. You have to respond or you look weak. Respond too hard and the government cracks down. Not hard enough and everyone thinks you're soft. Every decision is life or death for people you've never met. Your phone doesn't stop. Lieutenants calling for orders. Soldiers asking what to do. Politicians asking if the deals still stand. Everyone testing you, waiting to see if you'll fold. The Americans increase the bounty. Now it's $15 million for information leading to your capture. Your face is on every DEA bulletin board. Every special forces team in Mexico has your photo. You can't go home. Can't see your family. Can't trust half the people in the room. Someone in your inner circle will sell you out eventually. That's how it works. El Mencho lasted 15 years on the run. That's longer than most. You'll be lucky to make it 15 months. Week 2, one of your most trusted plaza bosses doesn't answer his phone. You send someone to check on him. Standard protocol when communication goes dark. They find him and his entire crew. 8 bodies. Executed. Sinaloa cartel's signature. They're not just testing you anymore. They're declaring war. You have to decide. Right now, pull back from contested territory and look weak to every cartel watching. Consolidate what you can hold and hope they stop pushing. Or fight back. Send your own message. Start a war that will spread across 4 states and kill thousands of people who have nothing to do with this business. Civilians. Families. People just trying to survive in territories you're fighting over. You think about El Mencho. What he would do. He would fight. He always fought. That's how he built this empire. That's how he kept it. Fear and force. You give the order. The violence spreads within 48 hours. Jalisco, Michoacan, Guanajuato, Zacatecas. Bodies hanging from bridges with messages. Entire families disappeared for being related to the wrong people. Shootouts in broad daylight. Grenades thrown into police stations. Bus stations shot up. Innocent people caught in crossfire. The Mexican government sins in the military. Roadblocks on every highway. Helicopters circling cities. The Americans send more drones. More intelligence. More pressure on the Mexican government to get results. You're not just fighting Sinaloa anymore. You're fighting two governments with unlimited resources and technology you can't match. You haven't slept more than 3 hours in a week. You change locations every night. You trust 4 people. Maybe. One of them might be the one who sells you out. You check your food for poison. You check your vehicles for trackers. You assume every room is bugged. This isn't power. This is survival. 1 month in, you're in a safe house in the mountains. Your security chief brings news. The military is closing in on this location. Someone talked. You have maybe an hour. You move. Again. In the truck you think about El Mencho. How he lasted so long. How he managed to stay ahead of everyone. The pressure. The paranoia. The constant calculation of who to trust and who to kill. You understand now why he never smiled in photos. Why he looked decades older than he was. Why every decision took days. Because every choice is wrong. Every option leads to death. You're just choosing whose death and when. You're the most powerful cartel leader in Mexico, which means you're the most wanted man in the Western Hemisphere. Every government in North America is hunting you. Every rival cartel is planning your death. Half your own people are waiting for the right moment to betray you. You can't stop, can't retire, can't negotiate your way out. El Mencho ran for 15 years. He had experience, connections, a reputation that kept people afraid. You have 8 years in logistics and a target on your back the size of Mexico. Somewhere right now, someone is making a phone call, talking to the DEA, or the Mexican military, or a rival cartel, giving up your location for money they'll never live long enough to spend. Maybe it's your driver. Maybe it's your security chief. Maybe it's the cousin you've known since childhood. It doesn't matter who. What matters is that the call is happening. And you're next. That's a wrap. El Mencho is dead. The cartel needs a leader. You never wanted it, but you got it anyway. Now you're running the most powerful criminal organization in Mexico, and everyone wants you in the ground. Good luck. You'll need it. Subscribe for more stories about power that destroys everyone who touches it.